Alrighty. What will we do today? So, the neighbor gave us some grass clippings, which is awesome. And I consolidated a lot of the green material into this pile here. A lot of potatoes popped out of the ground while I was working this, so I got some potatoes. And I still have more here. They're just everywhere. Yay! Listen, hissin'. Down you get. Let's hope we can reach that. Hey. Oh. Good ground. Good ground here for potatoes. Get in it. Get in the down spot. There we go. Beautiful. Alrighty. Gorgeous corn. That's such a beautiful plant. More potatoes for the getting there. But I'm not really into harvesting them right now. I just wanted to work that spot. Get those radish greens folded in. Consolidated. Before they just grew into nothing. And I figured I have enough radish seeds. Alright, what's going on this part of the lot? No bug seeds yet. Sorry. No bug larvae yet. Oh, maybe a few. I see a few over on that side. How's she smelling? Not bad. Smells like a little bit of algae in there. Makes sense. So maybe we'll dump this in the next day or two. We've been cycling it out. Speaking of water cycle, let's check our little woman over here. Hi, little woman. Good morning. She's a little groggy, I think. Hi. Hi, beautiful. I'm so happy to see you doing well. You've been chewing well. How's your water? We'll give you a proper checkup here. Wasser für das, what's the word for rabbit? Haus? Wasser für das Haus? Gut. Alles ist gut. We got us a pile of Dookie.com over there. So let's get over on that side. If you'll join me here for the fun part. What do you think? Clean out the cage, move it, put some more food into it. Things are breaking down here. Oh, I'm getting a lot more ears on these tasseling corns. You see all the tassels? Hey, neighbor!
Hello.
I see all the tassels. We're getting ears. They're going to be misshapen and barren like the other ones, I'm sure. But that's fine. I wanted biomass, and by golly, I got me some biome ass. So, lid. Time for some one-handed labors. Yucca. Hi, little woman. Let's clean your cage today. Will you move your little bunny butt? Will you move that cute little bunny butt? You had some extra food. You had some extra. Here, let me take that from you. I'm just going to take the old stuff. Oh, you got some layers of Duke here. How's your floor doing? Yeah, I know. Oh, you're not eating your greens, little woman. Have you just been holed up with the depression. Are you a depression faster? Are you a depression faster? Just like my beautiful daughters. If they're doing something that's too much fun or not enough fun, there's no eating. There's just other things to do. Unless you throw some sweets at them. Aha! Sweets are stronger than feelings, is that it? I hope you're not too upset by this, but there's only one good way to get kibbles out of chicken wire, you see. That's with some percussive maintenance. Okay. Alright, this is a little goopy, so let's just take it out so she can have the true 4-star lodgings experience. I don't know what is maintaining this ramp at the angle it's at, but it wants to stay there right now, so we'll just let it. That's not too important. I've been watching a lot of BattleBots lately on the television on account of having the manliest man for a boy. And I thought he might like the BattleBots, and it turns out that I think I like him more than he does on account of what a dork I am. But I've been watching the BattleBots do their thing on the YouTube ad-free for the last few days that I can. I don't like advertisements, which is why I'm sponsored by Opera GX. Opera GX, the browser you don't have to pay for, but pays other people to advertise it. Nothing's fishy about that. Join the Apple family. Oh yeah. I might have to Zweihand this here. Even though I recently discovered, I'm just gonna kind of give it the old boxing hug. There we go. Alright, hang on to your biscuits, little woman. Are you okay in there? You look okay. Okay. One more pull and we'll be into clean pastures. Let's modify the landscape a little bit. Okay, I'm using Abby's favorite fire tool here. It's an inside joke from years ago. 3 or 4 people might get that, and 1 or 2 of them might appreciate it. Oh yeah. Okay. How goes it, little woman? Oh, you're already eating the grass. Look at this beautiful, chubby little lady eating fresh grass the way her job description intended. You are so beautiful, little woman. Can I tell you how happy I am to see you? What are you saying about corn stalks? You want corn stalks? Well, for you, okay. Let's find some nice ones. We're not even breathing too heavy, guys. Those midnight training sessions have really come in handy. I'm talking about the ones in the kitchen where I do my push-ups. You can get a lot of strength training out of calisthenics if you do it right. Doing it right has always been important to me. I'm a pretty feeble man, actually, by nature. I have to work real hard to be a scrawny nerd instead. There you go, little woman. There you go. And I bulk up and I look tough, and then I try and lift something, and I'm reminded that I'm just not the strongest man. So I like to strength train because, boy, if you don't train your strength, you just don't have it. At least that's the case for me. Sure, that's not a true superlative. I keep trying to lose my rabbit, but let's grab a cutter and cut some food for her, and hopefully she won't try to fly the coop while I'm taking care of business. I saw this beautiful sun out here and I thought, oh boy, I can't wait to get out in this sun, but we're mostly in the shade of the house right now on account of the angle of the dangle, so that's alright. Still getting more sun than if I'm sitting on the couch. Sunlight's very important to me. Not only is the vitamin D factor essential, and somewhat of my pigmentation or lack thereof get a lot out of a smaller amount of time. So we try and walk the line between cancer and healthy skin. But also, the infrared radiant heat light that comes off the sun at 8 times what you would have coming out of a bulb inside your home, and infinity times less the cost, is it is a, what would we call it? It causes the production locally within your cell, which is used locally within your cell as an antioxidant of melatonin, which those of you like me who have, oh, you're so cute, hi, beautiful. Yeah, she's like, shush, I love you. Don't stop my eating. I'm here to eat. Hi, beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. I love this woman. I love this woman. Look at the little shapes in between her ears. You're so cute. You're so cute. Cute and busy. That's a good combination for a woman. For a little fluffy rabbit woman. On the topic of melatonin. It's an antioxidant when used locally within your cells. In fact, it is, according to Dr. Berg on YouTube, he's got a little bit of the clickbait going on, but it seems like his heart's in the right place. Dr. Berg on YouTube talking about melatonin as an antioxidant. Of course, it's referencing not his own studies. He's more of an advertiser than anything else, but melatonin also hugely useful antioxidant. Was that my uncle? That might have been my uncle. I have a contractor uncle who is probably terrified by what I'm doing with this yard, but yeah, I told him I'll turn it all into grass before I take off. But the more you stand outside of it and look from a different perspective, the more crazy it looks how obsessed people are with their lawns. But that's part of the whole ethos of comparative prosperity. Comparative prosperity, or as the Bible puts it, they compare themselves with themselves and together become worthless. That's what the HOA does for you. Homeowners Association. Whose idea was it? Not mine, I guarantee you. Whose idea was it that you could just form a little cult and decide how much your property's worth together, and then just taking away liberties and trading them for crossing T's and dotting I's and keeping grass under 4 inches? My goodness. Ask your wife if she's happy with 4 inches. I mean, come on. Living things want to grow. They don't want to be cut down every day. So, instead of faking and raking, why don't you just grow and show what beautiful progress you can have? I think this is some of that tall fescue I've been thinking about and talking about and yammering on about. But, they compare themselves with themselves. You gotta get a bigger perspective on the world. And for that to happen, you've got to pretend you don't know anything and just watch. Just watch. And start asking yourself the real science questions. Real science, not who is David Fauci, but real science questions like, what happened? What did I expect to happen? Did that match my expectations? And in the ways it was different than what I expected, how? And then the big question, the biggest question, the impossible question, why? And if you're very careful about your pursuit of knowledge, you put care and time into it, and just keep asking questions and listening to answers. You don't want to try and move reality through force of will, which your subconscious is very happy to attempt, because we cultivate an inner world, and then that inner world likes to pretend that it actually exists inside our head if we let it. So you have to burn down your inner world every now and then to see the real one. But boy, it sure is nice to live in reality. And look at what an adorable little creature this is. She just wants to eat and be happy. And boy howdy, she is in a situation to do so. And all she gives to me is her little droppings, her little kibbles. But she's cutting my grass. She is just enriching my heart. Yes, you are. I love to see things doing well. Yeah, you're a beautiful creature. I kind of want for her to have some more room, but it seems like having this length of area that she can hop along gives her something. If I don't fill too much of her cage up with food, that gives her a little something more. Let's give you some vitamin C, little woman. Boy, those roots are looking great. Alright, one more thing. I've been yammering, but it's just kind of one of those days. It's a quiet day on account of Joshua not being awake yet. He'd be out here giving me more instructions, I'm sure. Snails. Snails. Something has been in my yard killing snails. I've seen some empty broken snail shells. So a bird maybe? I know birds know how to crack snail shells. So if they're into that, all the more power to them. It's good to have a nice cycle of predator and prey going on, so that things naturally regulate themselves. The supply of food is one regulator for your what's the word? Parasites? I'm getting some flies in my compost pile there. I mixed a bunch of food scraps in it earlier yesterday, and I wanted 2 hands for it, so I wasn't recording. What do you think? Do you think there's some vitamin C in these radishes? Yet, she seems to like the radish leaves. So why don't we just pluck some and go try and get some nice young fresh ones for our little young fresh one down there. And this should be enough. We've seen that she eats the grass, which is awesome. I haven't really observed her doing that before. Not that I would assume she doesn't do that, but in fact I've been assuming that she does do that. But back to science. Your assumptions are worth 0 until you observe them coming true. Be careful not to let your inner world pretend it's the real world. That's just for funsies and simulation. There you go, little woman. Arm strength. That's right, ladies. I can do a one-armed push-up. Recent development. I have never been able to do a one-armed push-up before. About a week ago, and then I did one. I've been training. Strength training, if you will. And I used to be the weakest boy in my school. I was the second slowest boy in my school. I had a crooked spine, and what would it have been? grade 9 or 10. So that would have been like, what, 14, 15, I think? Somewhere around there. It's probably 15. Maybe even up to 16 years old. I couldn't bench press the bar, which is 45 pounds. So I couldn't lift a 45-pound barbell off my chest from a laying down position. That's pretty feeble, I tell you. That is pretty feeble. And I have worked my way up from there. And I'm much older than 14, 15, 16 years old now. But I'm a little bit stronger. So that feels nice. I think we're going to dig another hole today. So I'll try and find a place to put you all, and then get Ho-Daddy in. I think right here. You get to watch the flies circle a little bit around that produce that I didn't mix into the ground properly. Oh, the joy. Oh, the joy. Yeah. Beautiful soil. Chicken, duck, and turkey. Let's chop that turkey carcass up a bit. Ordinarily, customarily, in giving of thanks, I would pressure cook that turkey carcass into some soup. But you can see I'm already wasting food here, because I don't know about you, but occasionally I do some depression cooking where the weather outside is nasty and my inner world goes, that's me, we're sad now. Oh, so I just start cooking happy food, comfortable food, and I ended up with a little more food than I really need, if I'm being completely honest. Let's pull these potatoes. These look real nice. Oh, this one's trying to rot. We'll let it right there in the ground. Beautiful soil, looking so nice. It's a little stinky out here on account of the food waste. And as you can hear, the crows have noticed what I'm doing. So they'll be scratching around here after I go back in. Put that bucket down just so that they hopefully won't upset that beautiful work I just did burying that food waste. And we're back on it again. Iterative hobby gardening. The cycle continues. We're going into winter here, and we've had just a gorgeous winter. I'm used to getting months of rain at a time, just overcast and rainy, but those are childhood memories from up Dean Creek, so maybe this much closer to the coast, maybe it's not overcast all winter, but I really have been treating this sunny weather like a gift. It sure feels nice on my skin. And it just does my heart good knowing that Bun Bun's getting some sunshine. She deserves it. She's a faithful little woman, just constantly producing little bunny poops for my lawn. Not asking for anything in return, but just with joy receiving garden scraps from my hand. It's pretty nice. I think it's about Big Druk. I think it's about time to clean the little man's cage. So the chinchilla illa. How are these strawberries doing? They look happy. This container was really there to help them get established against the ground cover with low effort, and it has achieved at the very least the latter of its goals. Effort has been spared, and I think it's doing a pretty good job of getting those strawberries established. We got some greens on that one over there. And are we really checking this one, or are we just putzing around? I think we're just putzing around, but I see a green on that one too. So maybe the crows will see it and take their portion, and maybe the slugs will show up to take a piece out of it. But if a man can't enjoy it, then you know what? Maybe a little man can. So we'll bring this into the chinchilla. I've seen him chewing on a strawberry before, so we'll see if he likes greenies. And I know he likes corn, so let's bring him a little corn. Look at how adorable this little corn is. Where did I put my cutter, by the way? Did I put it away, or did I leave it out somewhere? Answer in the comments if you know where my cutter is. The question of the day is, where did I leave my tool? There we go. Oh, okay, food for the little man. I think that's pretty good. He gets rabbit food. He likes the pellets because he likes dry food. But he does enjoy snacking on some greens, which is good. So we'll bring him some. Anyway, that about does it for our time together today. I hope you had a nice time. listening to me ramble, and I opine quite a bit, but that's just me sharing my thoughts. You know, if you've got a different way of thinking, by God, you be blessed. You be blessed. And don't be afraid to share your thoughts in the comments of this video if you feel like it. This is one homebody's attempt at just sharing my social life with whoever. Who are you talking to, Wix? Whoever's listening. Sometimes it just feels good to share. Bye-bye. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I don't think I can open that.